rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Virginia Tech Hokies taking on the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hokies will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The LSU Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, Palmer.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got him, and they convert. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Showing the arm straight down the left side. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. The give to the tailback. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Farrell. Lets it fly deep downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Got it set up on the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a spot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose deep. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Hokies will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
To the air, it's Farrell. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's McMahon. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Handoff from the gun. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones type guy.
No doubt, and I think it's always what's made these offenses go. Like the running game, the versatility of the running game, but you got to have that bell cow that you can hand it off to establish it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. He's looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, LSU. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
And these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And returner will be dragged down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right at it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Wide open. He makes the catch. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, how about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
The give is to Williams. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Back to pass, it's Farrell. Finds his man down the middle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Fourth down coming up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Yeah, I had to have it. Fourth and goal. It's go time. I get nothing or I get a touchdown, and they go to the quarterback sneak. Not a surprise. Now you see it so much in college football, NFL football. Guys pushing him, trying to get him across the goal line, and he gets in for the touchdown.
And the returner goes down. Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Handoff from the shotgun. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. To the ground to try to move the chains. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
He makes the connection. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Hokies are on the move. He'll do it himself. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And what are they cooking up on second and short? 3 receivers lined up to the left. Off the play fake. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Dropping back, it's Farrell. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Running it back, it's Booth. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Escapes the sack. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. The run to the left. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
To the air, it's Farrell. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Second and goal coming up. He's looking to throw. Touchdown LSU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Bandage slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. Wants to throw. It's Farrell. Trying to get to him. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. Floating away. Fires downfield. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the play and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like,
he's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you...
Gonna take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown.
Virginia Tech, 16.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Scanning the field, it's Farrell. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it on first down. He'll get rid of it. Got his man to the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. And not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's a...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Quarterback adapting. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Virginia Tech.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. LSU right back to the line. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. You've got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Farrell. They're trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Farrell. Fires to the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man. Quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, 4th down.
Here we go with the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And here comes the offense on second down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
LSU 45, Virginia Tech 26.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And that one's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Finds him out of the backfield. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them. After
the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
The offense has lost the element of surprise here, right? Fourth quarter, they're trailing by a lot. They're trying to go 4 verticals, but the defense knows it's coming. And they do a nice job in the back end making sure that falls incomplete.
Getting some heat. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. The Hokies in the hurry up. Now they'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. On the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Virginia Tech.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal.
Can anyone catch it? Hits him with a stiff arm. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Smashes ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. LSU now operating in the red zone. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're bringing heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Farrell. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding.
And it's his 4th interception of the game.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
He's got his man.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Running for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Leaves it with the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. An opportunity to really build this lead goes by the boards, but it's still a 19-point game. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all